Alright, last Friday I made a video talking about the whole KSI situation, talking about how he is making an appeal once again to try to overturn that result that he got against Tommy Fury, that very close fight. It was very close. It could have went either way if we're going to be honest, and I was criticizing how he was handling the loss up until this point. I mean, you know, obviously kicking the screens at the event, basically yelling at Tommy Fury and acting like a child after getting defeated. This is like a brother or cousin you have that's little that lost the game of Monopoly, right? It's absolutely embarrassing, and I made a lot of good points in that video and just kind of talked about it. But since then, over the weekend, a lot has changed because KSI actually came out with the video and I watched it and wanted to talk about it. But before we get into it, I want to remind you guys to hit the subscribe button, like, comment, and share. We're trying to hit 20K by the end of the year. You guys are the best fan base in MMA, so I know you guys are going to help me with that goal. And KSI released a video for the first time in about 2 months. I believe the last video he released was the day before he fought Tommy Fury, basically talking about the fight. And the title of this new video is called I Lost ? Which there is no question mark. KSI lost. We all saw it on the screen. Tommy Fury got his hand raised. So I'm not really sure why there's a question mark there.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy KSI. Yes, I know it's been a while, but there have been several reasons why. I trained so hard these past few months, you know, working overtime to do what most people saw was impossible, and that was to beat Tommy Fury.
Now look, I don't think anybody is taking away from KSI the fact that the dude did work hard. It was one of my main points in my last video and every single video I've made about the situation. If KSI would have handled this loss like a man, the praise of this man will be getting, I would be giving him all the praise in the world, because at the end of the day, I'm unbiased. I'm always going to keep it 100. KSI looked a lot better than we thought in that Tommy Fury fight. Now, did he look amazing? I'm not even going to say that, but he had a very good game plan, specifically tailor-made to Tommy Fury. It was a very smart game plan to take away a lot of his weapons. At least the best that KSI could possibly do, right? Because obviously he wasn't going to be a better boxer than Tommy. And I felt like he understood that properly and went in there with a good approach rather than Jake Paul, who actually just expected to be a better boxer. And nobody's taking away from KSI the hard work he put in. Everybody knows the guy put in a lot of hard work. Clearly it showed in the result, because he really shouldn't have been able to hang out there with a guy like Tommy Fury, especially compared to the Joe Fournier fight. You saw a lot of differences in his game.
Won the fight, so to have the judges completely take that moment away from me, yeah, it sucked.
The judges didn't take it away from you, KSI. You took it away from yourself. Even your own corner was telling you to stall the fight, clinching up in those later rounds.
Listen, you're up on all the rounds, and he's got point off. Yeah. Stay in the clinch with him and make him fucking, if he's going to hit the back head again, it'll be another point off.
KSI makes a good point later on in this video talking about how Tommy Fury doesn't have so many good highlights. And to that, I agree. Tommy Fury didn't exactly have so many great moments in those last 4 rounds, but the reason a lot of people give him those rounds is because also KSI did nothing. KSI went out there, missed the punches, and clinched, and honestly, those are not going to count. You know, entering a clinch doesn't count at all. And when you have a fight that close, you start going to score things like ring generalship, which is, you know, who is leading the dance, so to say, who is going forward, who is controlling the ring, and that went to Tommy Fury because KSI opted to be backwards, which I thought was a good game plan, of course, but it's risky at the same time because now we see the result. Now, this next part, KSI goes on about people that thought KSI won. He brings up Israel Adesanya, Chael Sonnen, and other guys like that. When he brings up Adesanya and Chael, if you listen to what they're saying, they're both saying, as a fight, clearly KSI won.
Will Fury himself said before the fight, if it's anything but a knockout, I lose. And I take him at his word on that.
Like in the fight, just looking at it as a fight, I thought KSI won.
Which I agree. Looking at it as a fight, KSI shouldn't have been able to hang with Tommy Fury, and he did get the moral victory. However, they're not at all trying to say that he won the fight scoring-wise. He also shows Ariel Helwani, who was commentating the fight, who just got off of the fight, that didn't even score the fight live and said it might be a draw. He also shows True Jordy, who is a big KSI dick rider. Makes absolutely no sense. Of course, these guys are going to say this. Like, look in the comment section, right? I understand that there are a lot of people that legitimately actually think KSI won, scored the fight, and do know how to score fights and think he won. Because it's absolutely possible to get that result. I'm not denying that. But trying to pick out these names and saying, well, this is why I won the fight. There's also a lot of celebrities out there that say, hey, that Tommy Fury won the fight. So I don't think that's a really concrete argument to make.
To the PBA to explain why I didn't lose that fight. From Tommy Fury hitting me repeatedly in the back of the head.
KSI, don't do this, bro. If your argument for overturning the fight is back of the head shots, bro, this guy hits every opponent he has in the back of the head, right? It's become a meme at this point. Like, seriously, like, Tommy Fury at least is hitting you in the clinch, which isn't good either. You'll see KSI throw bombs of overhands. I mean, the guy always hits behind the back of the head. Like, are we serious here? The guy is grasping at straws here trying to get the win.
From Tommy Fury hitting me repeatedly in the back of the head.
Why didn't you show the full clip?
Boys, this place is electric.
It's unbelievable.
And KSI goes on this weird tangent, basically coping, saying how he's looking better than Tommy Fury did after the fight.
In terms of the Tommy Fury fight, yeah, I feel like I've come out better. Way better than he had.
Like, I'm sure the guy that got paid $10 million and actually won the fight is really looking bad right now. Like, are we serious right now? KSI also just blatantly lies about how long he's been boxing.
Also, the fact that Tommy Fury was unable to knock out a YouTuber that has been boxing for about 3 years.
Next year, the guy would have been boxing for 7 years. And if you look at how long Anthony Joshua was boxing until he actually was in the Olympics, it's actually impressive. So I'm sick of these YouTubers using this excuse. Like I said, he's been boxing since 2017. So that's just a blatant lie right there. And 7 years is a lot of time, especially with the money KSI has and the dedication he has.
And you needed the judges to save you. That's pretty embarrassing, bro.
More embarrassing than this?
Won it was a loss because he said he was going to knock out. Do you want that rematch? I hate losing, man.
That's pretty embarrassing, bro. And to be honest, Tommy Fury has been pretty embarrassing these past few weeks. From him being with Chris Brown.
Oh, how embarrassing. Tommy Fury seen with Chris Brown? Like, the guy is grasping at straws here, literally stalking Tommy Fury's page.
Plus, another thing I find hilarious is whenever I come across Tommy's posts on like Instagram or Twitter, the comments are just slowing him.
Yeah, whenever he comes across Tommy's Instagram, as if he's not looking it up.
I come across Tommy's post.
And secondly, if we're going to use that as an argument, look at your own comment section for this video. Tons of people saying, hey, KSI can handle a loss. People criticizing something he does later on in the video, which I'm going to bring up later, when he actually sends people to harass Tommy Fury. Yes, we're going to get into that in a little bit.
Oh, wow, Molly May is looking after his kid at home. I mean, come on, Tommy. You're a father now. You can't be constantly partying in the club while your missus is taking care of your child.
And this is where it gets rich, because KSI couldn't win in a fight, so now he's gonna take this to become a moral argument, trying to say that Tommy Fury is a bad father, a bad husband, a bad family guy. Which at the end of the day, KSI, it doesn't really matter to you. And the point I'm trying to make about that is this is literally him coping. Like, this is probably one of the biggest copes. Literally saying, well, I couldn't beat him in a boxing match, so let me talk about him being a father. Going after him and his family, which I'm not even gonna bother criticizing KSI on a moral level, but just on a level of cope, like, dude, this is pathetic. Like, this is like when you beat like your cousin in a video game and they're like, well, I want to play this video game, just changing up the rules all of a sudden. Like, I thought we were deciding who looked better based on who won the fight and who actually landed more shots, and now we're talking about Tommy Fury being a better father. Maybe KSI could criticize Tommy Fury on being a father if he didn't force every woman that he got pregnant to get an abortion.
See, I'm lazy, but I'm here on my grind while you're just killing babies.
I don't care.
Yes, you do. You do care, because otherwise you would be making 50 appeals re-appealing. Like, it is so clear in this video, this is a man coping with the fact that he took an L. Take your L and move on, dude. Like, if he would have done that from the get-go, people would have respected this man like crazy and said, hey, he won the fight, and probably would have acted like it. And it is extremely unnecessary to take this out on Tommy Fury. Tommy Fury didn't judge the fight. At the end of the day, 3 judges scored the fight. And if you want to talk shit, go and talk shit, but at the end of the day, the guy beat you in a fight. But it's like, either rematch him or leave it alone, dude. The guy beat you, he got your number, and I think that he beats him in a rematch, to be honest, because I think that this was a one-in-a-lifetime kind of game plan. Now that Tommy Fury knows the game plan, I think he's going to work on a few things, and yeah, I'd probably guess Tommy Fury by decision again. And the last part is the worst part, and this is actually bananas to me. KSI actually tells his fans to harass Tommy Fury online and even in person.
So yeah, let's keep reminding Tommy that he didn't win that fight under his Instagram posts or Twitter posts or anything he posts online. And if you see him publicly, you could berate him as well and remind him that he didn't win.
KSI, with over 20 million followers, who is an icon in the UK, telling people to go up to Tommy Fury in person and berate him, and also comment on his Instagram, which is whatever, but seriously, in person, I thought you cared so much about Tommy Fury being a good father, and now you're gonna send people after him in public when he could be with his family. Just goes to show that KSI, when he was criticizing Tommy Fury, didn't actually care about his kid, was only trying to make shots at Tommy Fury, which is all fair when you're leading up to a fight, but dude, you lost the fight. And overall, to conclude this video, that's what I'm trying to say here. Look, at the end of the day, I'm not trying to hate on KSI. Let's talk about the performance. It was a decent performance. I won't say it was amazing, because let's be honest, the fight was pretty boring, but it was a smart game plan to go into the fight. And look, KSI almost got it done. He arguably got it done. It was arguably a draw. It was a very close fight. It could have went either way, but it's just such a bad look for him to be like this. For him to question Tommy Fury's morals on being a father while he's paired up with Logan, a guy who went to the suicide forest and recorded a dead body, a guy who has scammed his own fans just to get a big paycheck from Prime. Absolutely ridiculous, and I think KSI, man, this was just a bad look for him. Seriously, man, this was karma, and honestly, I could see karma coming back at him because this was a terrible way to handle the loss and terrible to actually try to tell his fans to go up to Tommy Fury in person. I think if anyone else did this, this would be a much bigger deal. And also, I hate the argument of saying, look, fighting a guy like Tommy Fury, and Jake Paul did the same thing at the end of the day, being like, oh, he should retire from boxing. He should have been able to beat me. They flip-flop between I'm a pro boxer, I'm a real fighter when they win fights, and when they lose fights, all of a sudden they're the YouTubers with no experience. Pick one and decide. Take your losses like men, both Jake and KSI. Jake took it a lot better, but Jake also didn't really handle the loss well either. I had a whole bunch of videos making fun of him too. But that's the saga so far. It hasn't been officially denied the appeal, but I assume it will be with due time. The PBA looks like that they're standing their ground. That's good. At the end of the day, rematch him or don't, but then stop talking shit. Guys, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Is KSI a clown for handling this loss how he has? In my opinion, he has. This is an absolute joke. Thank you guys for watching. You guys are the best fan base in MMA. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, like, comment, and support, and I'll see you guys in the next one.